A police officer had someone pulled over directly off the exit of the freeway. It seemed like everyone was driving fast, and I was led to say a prayer over the officer. Then I went back to typing up my message. Not even a minute later, there were flashing lights behind us, and we were getting pulled over. I asked my husband if he was speeding. He replied, I don't think so. The officer walks up to us and says, Your left headlight is out. Can I see your license and insurance information? My husband hands over his license and says, I'm trying to pull up my insurance information. The officer says, This is just a warning. I'll go run your license and see if your insurance pops up, then walks away. I hear in my heart, Look at the clock. I looked up at the clock and the time was 9:24. I then heard the Holy Spirit say, He said, This is just a warning at 9:23. I excitedly directed my husband to the clock and told him what the Holy Spirit had pointed out. We started discussing whether it was a coincidence or a sign and felt like it was too on the nose to be coincidence. When the officer returned the license, I took the opportunity to share with him how much God loved him and that Jesus was coming back. He said that's what people are always saying. I asked if he was saved, and he said he was. I urged him to look into it himself, and we parted ways. A few minutes down the road, our headlight turned back on. Later that night, my husband and I were discussing how we had asked God in our hearts on our own for a confirmation that was undeniably from Him. The headlight worked for 3 days. On the fourth day, my husband was driving home and said it looked like the car winked at him, that the light went on and off a few times. My husband is not a car person and he's a baby Christian. I was surprised he even noticed, honestly. Not only did he notice, but he noted the times at 8:11 and 8:14. I was led to look up the numbers in the Strong's Concordance. 8 can represent a hinge between completion and newness. What came up for 11 was that it represented the place where destruction is complete. 14 refers to the Hebrew word that means to be willing, to yield, or to consent. I had been encouraging my husband to tell his friends about God's love and the upcoming rapture.